Rob rambles on. What's going on, everybody? My name's Rob, and that's what I do. I ramble. But I get to the point, and I'll always give you something to think about, walk away with, and appreciate. And up on the ramble, one of the coolest things I've ever done was I went to Peru, and I went to the Sky Lodge. And if you don't know what the Sky Lodge is, check out Natura Vive Sky Lodge. Natura Vive Sky Lodge. One of the greatest experiences I've ever had in my entire life. And I did it by surprise. So Rob is a world traveler. I like to get around a little bit. But you know what? I love Latin America. There's something I love about Latin America. I think it's just beautiful. I think the people are beautiful. The culture's incredible. I just love it. And I happen to have a really good friend named the Peru Guru that goes to Peru and other countries in South America all the time. And whenever he's organizing a crazy wild tour, sometimes if I got the time, I'll jump on because everyone needs a comedian and someone that kind of likes to talk and engage people and talk about all kinds of different stuff because that's what Rob does. So sometimes I jump on these tours and I can't wait till the dude starts going again because I want to go. I haven't traveled in a while, but I opened up my drawer this morning and I saw a t-shirt and it transcended me back to this amazing time that I had when I went to Peru with the Peru Guru with 7 or 8 other people, and we did this thing with Natura Vive called the Sky Lodge and Via Barata. So what happened was I go on this trip and we go up to the Sacred Valley and we're spending some time here. We're seeing some really cool stuff, and the next day I was told, hey man, we're gonna do this thing called Natura Vive Sky Lodge. It's such an awesome hike. You're gonna experience a 1-million-star hotel. And I was like, yeah man, I'm down with this. Let's do it. I got some sleep. And you know what? We're in the Sacred Valley outside of the city of Cusco in Peru. It's 11,000 feet up, so you're pretty high up. And we were up there for a few days, so I got acclimated. And I had been there before in a few other trips. So I was used to it, but I didn't know what this was about. And when I did this, it wasn't the time where I would Google everything. I'm not oh my God, I don't know something, I'm gonna Google it. I wasn't that kind of person, you know what I mean? So Natura Vive Sky Lodge, it didn't cross my mind to just Google it to see what I was getting myself into. I was just you know what, I'm gonna roll with it because that's what I do. I roll with things. So we go through the Sacred Valley, and the Sacred Valley of Peru is absolutely amazing. If you've ever wanted to know what a Disney kingdom looks like in real life, it's probably this. This is absolutely amazing. The backdrops, the sceneries, and it's frozen. You go through it for hours and you're just whoa, this is incredible. So we went through the Sacred Valley for a couple hours. We had a night where we were told to get a lot of sleep and blah, blah, blah. Next day we go through the Sacred Valley. We're going to a town called Urubamba. And, going through this wild and crazy zigzaggy roads, and you're going from 11,000 to 10,000 back up, and you're kind of fluctuating through the altitudes. And like I said, for 3 hours you're looking at an amazing backdrop, and then finally we arrive at Natura Vive. And when we arrive at Natura Vive, I said to my buddy, the Peru Guru, I'm what's going on here? Dude, just let me do my thing. Because he's a tour guide, he's got 8 other people, and I'm just his friend, you know what I mean? So we get there, and to me, I couldn't figure out what this thing was. And all I saw was mountains. I saw cornfields. I saw rapids. I saw a few little streams, and I saw a mountain in front of me. That's literally what I saw. What a sign that said Natura Vive. That's all I saw. And I was like, what is this? And then one of the English girls on the trip was like, you don't know what we're doing? And I said, no. She's like, and I tried to explain to her. She wasn't really interested in my story because she was so captivated in the activity that she was just about to have. So, and about we were all going to have, unbeknownst to Rob here. So she's like, well, look up. And I looked up, and I literally, what it looked like, very, very far up it looked like kazoos. And I'm like, what are those? She goes, that's where we're staying for tonight. I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, those are what you call Sky Lodge pods. And you can see out them, almost 180 degrees out them. They're almost 1,200 feet up. They're secured to the side of the mountain, and we're going to climb there. She told me that. And that's when I realized I'd be climbing a mountain. I'm like, no way. So then Caesar, this guy, comes over, kind of like walks us through the process. So yeah, what we literally were doing, we're climbing 1,200 feet up a mountain in a process called Via Ferrata, which means it's like you're climbing like on a ladder, strapping yourself in, harnessed in, and if you fall, you're dangling. But God knows if you like really, is it 100%? We're in Peru. You got to sign your life away. Like, you don't know. Like, you're always taught to believe that third world countries don't have safety regulations. I thought it felt safe, but like, you never know. It's in the backyard. I'm in Peru. Am I going to die? Is this it? Is this going to be it? Is Rob going to die here in Peru at Natura Vive? I mean, I don't know. So what ended up happening was, signed my life away and got through this lesson, started climbing, and it was like literally like climbing a ladder up a mountain that they did this. They put this all in there. It was almost like staples going up, and you had to follow it. But you also had to scale. You also had to plug in. You had to pay attention. Everyone was terrified. I wasn't. I was fine with it, actually, because I'm good with heights. I actually love heights. I like walking to the edge, dangling my feet over, scaring the hell out of people. Like, I was wading in the water at Niagara Falls, like, couple feet upstream before the plunge. Like, Rob's getting ahead of himself as usual, rambling on. Let me get back to the story. So anyway, we're climbing, and like, this is awesome because you're seeing amazing scenery. You're seeing cars go by, you're seeing people go by pointing at you because you probably look like ants going up. And this is a huge mountain. You're in the Andes Mountains of South America. So you're climbing almost 1,200 feet up to your hotel, which looks like a kazoo with windows, kind of in a cable hanging off the side. So as you're climbing, you get to a point where you actually have to do a tightrope thing and shimmy across this ravine. But you're climbing. You're climbing up to your hotel. And if you don't know how high 1,200 feet is, let me tell you, a little fun fact for you. The Empire State Building is 1,212 feet. And I'm telling you that this is very, very similar, and that's the quoted height of this, about 1,200 feet. Might as well be the Empire State Building. So with that being said, you're climbing the Empire State Building here, and you're doing it, plugging yourself in, and you got wind rip-roaring through because it is called the Sacred Valley of Peru in this town called Urubamba. So you got wind, you got a whole lot going on. You got temperatures dropping because you're about 10,000 feet up. All right, so this takes about 2 hours. If I did it on my own, in retrospect, it probably would have taken about 45 minutes. But I got people below me panicking, got people above me panicking, girls panicking, guys panicking. Everyone's panicking except Rob. Rob's not panicking. The Peru guru's panicking, but Rob's not. And Caesar's actually like, Rob, can you like calm these people down? I'm like, yeah, guys, like, if you fall, you're going to be good. But if you fall and you're not good, at least you die doing this. I mean, that's how I live my life, and that's how I see things. So, so we get to the top, 1,200 feet. And when we get up there, we realize that there's another kazoo-looking thing, but that's like your lounge. So, like, you're going to get dinner. And then they show us the whole process, how you're going to get dinner. And they show us, like, what they're going to cook us. You got a quinoa soup. You got a chicken. You got a fish. You got a vegetable. You got a dessert. You got a red wine from Chile. Totally deserved, actually. And then, they say, we're going to hang out here, but now you get to go to your rooms. So then you got to strap back in, and then you got to climb up to your room. And your room is a pod, literally a pod that has windows hanging off the side of the mountain. And they call it a 1 million star hotel because you are 10,000 feet above sea level. And when you're not at sea level and the night sky is clear, you wouldn't believe what you see. So as you're laying in bed, you can literally stare up and just see millions and millions and millions of stars that you can't see anywhere else in the world. And it's incredible. You can see out the side, you can see out the bottom. It's literally almost like 360 degrees of glass, and you're in a pod, and it shakes. Trust me, it does shake. When you get there, you kind of like get in there as if it were a submarine. So like you submarine yourself in there, then you unplug. You got a bathroom, you got the whole nine. You got a complimentary bottle of wine again. And then like that's where your night's gonna be. So like you kind of dilly-dally in the room for a little bit, be like, take some pictures, like this is gonna be awesome. And then after that, you go to dinner and you sit around with like, other people from other countries and other tours. I had, with the Peru group, we had 8 people. We had some people from Germany, England, America, whatever. We got people from all over. And we had a great dinner, a great conversation, great conversation about travel in Peru. And it's like, this is a great thing. And like people were scared, people were nervous, but everyone did it. And some people faced their fears and felt really good about it when they were done. So then when you're done, you're kind of wind up, you make sure you get back to your pod safely, but then up at the top, you actually have the option to, you know, put a little sofa up there, and you can sit up there and put an alpaca sweater around you or alpaca blanket that's cold as hell and stare up and get lost in stargazing. You can literally do that. And I did that, and the wind got too crazy. So I got back in the pod, had some wine, stared up, and like literally shook all night. Like this thing shakes all night. It feels like you're gonna fall off the side of the mountain, and that'd be a 1,200-foot plunge into like the Urubamba River. I mean, it'd be absolutely wild, but that'd be a good way to go out. But luckily, I'm here to tell the story. So then the next morning, I wake up super excited about climbing down. Nope, wasn't gonna climb down. I didn't realize what we were gonna do. So we go to get breakfast. And then after breakfast, we had some time to like take some pictures. Beautiful sights, beautiful, beautiful sights. Like you literally see just like mountains, river streams, like something that looks like it came out of a Disney book. Then Caesar comes to tell you what's going to happen. How you're getting to the ground level. You're not climbing down. You're taking extreme zip lining to the ground. I'm not even kidding you. These are some of the most insane zip lines I've ever been on. I mean, you're 1,200 feet up and you're doing 7 to get to the bottom. One is 3,000 feet long, and you need to do it with 3 or 4 people, and you could get stuck. My buddy from Germany and his wife from Germany, they got stuck in the middle, and they had to kind of like Mission Impossible pull themselves across about like 150, 200 feet. All right, it's heavy. And, you know, that was the longest one, but there was other zip lines that were absolutely crazy, where like you actually had to put your hand above your head and hold on to the harness, and they send you down. It's almost like you're praying for your life, and you got to go land on that rock like, you know, 800 feet over there. Like insane-o kind of zip lining. And you feel like you're flying, you feel like you're going to die, and you question your sanity, you question the security, you question it all, because people are like catching you as like you're flying through the air and that's the only thing that kind of got me is like, damn, like this zip line could just fail right now and I'm gone. But you know what? That kind of adds to the fun of it. So then you get to the bottom, and then like everyone's just like super excited. Everyone's super like elated by the situation that you've done something so wild. And like it was $400, but I'll tell you what, it was absolutely worth it. And I endorse that. And these guys were worth it. The people that went on this trip, they carried your bed up there. You ordered your bed the way you wanted it for your room. They carried your bed up there. They carried your food up there. They carried everything up there, and then took care of your personal sanity along the way, because everyone's going nuts as they're doing it. So, I mean, this trip is absolutely wild. Natura Vive. Via Ferrata, highly, highly recommended. One of the coolest things I've ever done. I would do it again, and I did do it again. I did it 3 times after, again with the Peru Guru. Check out this guy. He's cool. He's American. Like I said, he's American, but he's got insane-o connections, and I would recommend him any day of the week. Better than being on a tourist bus with like 55 other people, like, you know, strapped in and stopping for 10 minutes to see this, that, whatever. I mean, this guy knows exactly what he's doing. So I highly recommend this, and I hope you're checking out the podcast as well as the videos on YouTube, because you know what? Like, I'm showing video of all this craziness. So check it out. And if you like what you're hearing, see what's up on the Ramble next time. Like, subscribe, follow. Adios.